experience trauma by telling your story of sexual victimization, but we rely heavily on victim accounts and witness statements to prosecute cases involving sexual assault and domestic violence. I'm here today to encourage victims of sexual assault or domestic violence related to these allegations to please get in touch with our office. The number to call is 773-674-6492. There are dedicated professionals in our victim witness unit who do this work on a daily basis and can work with you through this process. Please come forward. There is nothing that can be done to investigate these allegations without the cooperation of both victims and witnesses. We cannot seek justice without you. With that, I will take your questions.
Have you been contacted at all by officials in Fulton County, Georgia?
We have not had any contact with officials in Fulton County, Georgia.
Are you investigating claims against R. Kelly currently here in Cook County?
We have been in contact with those who have information related to claims here in Cook County.
What kind of calls have you gotten at your office, and have there been a few of them?
We have received a number of calls from relatives of those who have had people in contact with Mr. Kelly over the course of the last couple of years.
Last 2 years?
Several years.
Several years.
So calls from relatives of people who have had contact with him recently?
Yes, concerns from family members regarding contact their family members with Mr. Kelly over the course of the last couple of years.
Have you talked to Mr. Kelly about any of these allegations?
I have not.
Are any of those relatives looking for their loved one?
They are.
Can you say how many calls you're talking about, roughly?
I will say that we've been in contact with 2 families.
There seems to be a lot of fear connected to people coming forward. What would you say to encourage people to maybe step away from the shadows and come talk to the investigators?
Certainly. I understand that fear. As a survivor of sexual assault myself, the fear and the trauma of coming and sharing your story, not just with one individual, not just with one prosecutor, the notion of having to come and publicly make allegations is incredibly daunting. What I will say is that if we are going to take these allegations seriously, it requires, this isn't one of those situations where it's just forensics. We need actual witnesses and victims to have the courage to tell their stories. If they have concerns about further victimizations of others, it becomes necessary to have the courage to come forth and tell what happened. We cannot do anything related to these allegations without the cooperation of victims and witnesses, and that is why I'm here today, to encourage anyone who has information to please come forward.
Have you seen any of this docuseries?
I have.
And what thoughts, personal?
I was sickened. I was sickened by the allegations. I was sickened as a survivor. I was sickened as a mother. I'm sickened as a prosecutor. I worked in this office for a number of years, including in 2008. And so the allegations were not new to me. But I think listening to survivors and giving a platform for survivors to be able to tell their stories was heartbreaking.
So to be clear, your office has been in contact with 2 families who believe that, or who are looking for loved ones and maybe believe those loved ones have been at R. Kelly's home?
Correct.
In Olympia Fields?
Not in Olympia Fields.
In Georgia?
In Chicago, in the Chicagoland area.
And those loved ones, have they cooperated with the office? Not the family members who contacted you, but the loved ones who are being sought. Have you been able to locate or interview them?
We're in the process of trying to get information and conversations going with those who may have information. Again, why we're doing this today is to encourage them to participate.
Has there been anything on record from the complaints from the victims or alleged victims' parents that we saw in the docuseries that was at his studio at the time? Has there been anything on record in terms of the Chicago Police Department, having to go to that address because there is a wellness check that was supposedly done?
I've been in contact with the superintendent of police, who has indicated that his office has gone out to the location in question. Our office does not involve ourselves in well-being checks, so the information that I have has come from CPD that says that they had in fact gone out to do a well-being check.
Can you say the ages of those the two family members, the children you've spoken to?
The ages of the family members
Yeah.
themselves, they're over the age of 18.
The family members though, not the, sorry, I'm confused.
The missing loved
The
one.
missing loved ones.
Are over the age of 18.
And happened since they went missing.
Yes.
Are you cooperating or communicating with the Georgia State, I guess, Attorney General's office, who is also looking into these allegations as well?
I've not had any conversations with the Georgia District Attorney's Office.
Do you expect to?
If there's relevant information to be shared between our offices, we will in fact do so.
Is it your understanding there's a home there too? That he lives in?
It was my understanding that he had a home in the Atlanta area.
Does this mean you're open an investigation into this?
What it means is, in order for us to have an investigation, is that we have to have victims and witnesses who are willing to come forth with whatever information that they have. As I said earlier, allegations such as sexual assault or domestic violence require us to have someone with whom we can talk about what they've seen, heard, or what happened to them. And that is what we're trying to avail ourselves to those who may have information to come forward, to let them know that our office, that is what we're here for, to conduct investigations to see if there's sufficient evidence for prosecution.
Just from an education standpoint, can you, like, someone that might be listening right now, they might decide to want to go forward. What's the process so I don't,
Yeah. Yeah,
get into it? The people face a lot of grief when it comes to this.
certainly. Certainly. There's a couple of ways that folks can come forward. Obviously, they can call their local law enforcement officer, whether it's the Chicago Police Department or our suburban departments. Or they can also contact our office directly. We have our sexual assault and domestic violence unit. Again, that number is 773-674-6492. Certainly. We have here at the State's Attorney's Office a very professional, compassionate unit called our Victim Witness Unit, who are staffed with men and women who have experience over the years dealing with people who have been the victims of crime, whether it's sexual assault or domestic violence or anything ranging to murder. They will then be in contact with the person as they come through. They will be patched through with a lawyer from our sex assault and DV unit. We also have investigators who are part of that process. And so the first step is to make the phone call. We can then get someone in touch with victim witness, and then the process within the office to get an investigator and a lawyer to look at the case will go forward.
Are any of the Chicago locations you're talking about out of Ohio or just Dean, as you call it?
I can't speak to that.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.